Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Sauce Podcast. Welcome to the Sauce Podcast, y'all. We got some information that's just
Ooh,
like
about to
it's
blow y'all mind. Like
it's unbelievable.
it's crazy. Like if y'all just now tuning in, about what 2 years ago, ZiyahHarris came up missing. She was active with her uncle, her auntie's boyfriend, 42-year-old Jarvis, however you say his name. And now she's missing. They have not found her body. They coming a little close to the case, cracking the case, but it's a lot of things that's not being said. Me and my partner over here, we've been speculating on a lot of things and just investigating and stuff. And we want to give y'all a little insight on what we think. And it sounds about right, very accurate. And a lot of things been coming out like over the years and over the months that this case been going on. A lot of things been coming out, but it's one thing that have not been said yet. Like, it's one major key part that connects Shannon to the whole thing, that shows that her whole testimony was a lie. Everything that they been knew about this situation with Naziah and Jarvis, they been knew that it was going on. They were with all of this, like they knew everything. This one thing that we're gonna tell y'all is gonna break the whole silence on everything. People are just gonna be like, oh my gosh, like what? I didn't even think about that.
Well, let's start off with going with Shannon's testimony. Shannon discussed that the prosecutor asked her several different accounts. One of the accounts that she asked her was about the tablet, right? About the how many times that she contacted her that day. What did she say when she contacted her? How did she reply? Right? Okay. Then it's her testimony on what she read in the tablet. It's like they couldn't say it directly about what she read in the tablet because of the fact that it was something that Nazaria had text, right? So that's like a he say, she say type deal. Okay. When she asked her about that, it was her way that she responded, right? We're going to touch on all different levels, right? Another account, when she was reading the text messages. Now, they only said certain text messages. They didn't read out the whole thing because they had been dealing with each other for a couple of years, right? So he had actually been messing with her since she was like 10 and a half, 11 years old. Okay? Right now, if she was alive, she would be 14, right? So she's been gone a year. So that means that she was 13 and they have been messing with each other since 22, right? Okay. So they got tons of text messages now, tons of them. They only just read out certain text messages to establish the case. And what I mean by establish the case, to put Jarvis right there in center with Nazaria, right? Okay. One of the questions that they asked her was, did you text this? Did you text this on these dates? One of her answers was, that's not my text messaging. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Okay. They went on over and started having her read the text messages. If you look at the account of it and how she's reading it and how the cameraman is picking up on her face, you got to know liars when you see liars, right? You got to know liars when you see liars, right? Her account, that whole testimony was lies. And I mean lies, okay? You could tell by the situation of the way that they had the kids living, right? They sleeping on air mattresses on the floor, right? So the house looked like a trap house, basically. You know, what? Refrigerator locked up. You know, it was so many different things, right? That makes this whole family come into question. The whole
They
entire
all
family.
failed her, like everybody. Like
Makes
they gave her to him.
Yes. Okay, now on some of the accounts, one of these accounts that I really, really want to talk about is a text message from Jarvis to Nazaria, right? The text message stated that I'm outside. He's outside. What time was it? About
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. He sends her a text message that says that he's outside at 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? Her response to him was, did you talk to them first? Did you talk to who?
Right. What is she saying? Like,
did you talk to them? Them as far as being her grandmother and her Aunt Shannon? Did he discuss that he was coming to pick her up at 2 o'clock in the morning to them? Y'all ain't getting the whole story now. Y'all ain't getting the whole story. Y'all only getting bits and pieces of the story because of the way that the prosecution have to lay it out. You know what I'm saying? They gotta lay it out like this. Because if they don't lay it out like this, then it may go wrong. It may go real wrong for them. So they gotta lay it out like this. But y'all gonna be surprised. You're gonna be surprised on what we gonna tell y'all. Right?
Then, I had something. You can go ahead if you want to.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Cordell, the guy that was his partner in the oil shop, he knew everything that was going on. He was right with it all. He tried to play like he didn't know this, that, and the other. But in his testimony, he says that they picked up Naziah. Right, she was walking down the street. If you go back to the messages, she stated in the messages that she's going to stand at a certain spot and wait for him to come.
Right.
So he went with Jarvis to pick her up from that spot.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of lies going on. Like, and what we about to tell y'all is the truth. Like, it's what we believe, and it sounds so accurate, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I know the prosecutors had already thought about this. They just waiting to hit them with it. Like, yeah. But it's crazy.
Man, it's
like,
crazy as hell. Now it's so many aspects, y'all. We gonna jump here, we gonna jump there, we gonna jump this. Everything that we talking about is gonna all still lead up to the same people, right? Okay. First of all, the grandmother failed Naziah. She failed her. The Aunt Shannon failed her. The Aunt Marquise, man, they all failed her. Her mother failed her. Her father failed her. Her brother failed her. So what else was it left for her to do? You hear what I'm saying? Now, we're going to go back to that text message from him. A text message from him saying that he outside at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't explain that. You cannot explain that. That is something that he texts. I'm outside. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside. So if he outside at 2 o'clock in the morning coming to pick her up, he know he can get her. He know he can pick her up. You know what I'm saying? He know he has access to her. Get the picture, y'all. Get the picture. We're going to take it from the beginning. The mother, Shannon's mother, Annette, had a child when she was 13 years old. No, she wasn't 13. She was 12.
By her brother.
By her brother. Okay? Which we're going to talk about Mr. Eric Gamble. Okay? Now, the grandmother had a child at 12, 13 years old. Right? Her daughter, Shannon, had her oldest child, which is 18 years old, at 13 as well. As well. Now here we come with little old Nazir, right? She's pregnant at 13. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. You see what I'm saying? It's like
sad.
We're going to show y'all different views, different takes, but they all going to come back to the same thing. The same thing. You have to use your mind, right? You have to use your mind. First of all, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it out loud and clear. Shannon, the grandmother, and Marquita, and other family members among the children knew that Jarvis and Nazir were messing around. They knew it. First of all, we're going to get on one account. This is one account that I just couldn't let this part just go by, and I got to mention this. By me being a mother myself, and I have a granddaughter, right? You have a granddaughter or your niece, and you're supposed to take care of them, right? You're supposed to provide and take care of them. That means on every aspect, because they are a child. They're up under your care, your supervision, right? So, for 5 months, while Nazir was walking around, pregnant than a motherfucker. Pregnant than a motherfucker for 5 months. Y'all did not notice it? Y'all did not notice the weight change? Y'all did not notice her face change?
No periods. Like, she's
No
13.
periods.
She ain't got no job.
This is what gets me.
We're
going back to the text messages again. Nazir text Jarvis asking him to bring and buy her pads. She can't wear the other girls' pads because they're grown-up adults. You following where I'm going? I ain't got to spill it out. Y'all get it? She's a little girl. They're grown women. She don't wear they pads. She asked him to buy her pads, right? This is where the neglect comes in as far as the grandmother is concerned. The grandmother supposed to have pads there, tampons there. You know what I'm saying? Right there, so the girl can have access to it or go get it when she need it, right? So, for her to ask him to buy her pads and stuff like that, her grandmother wasn't taking care of her. She wasn't taking care of her. So, that goes back to say that if she wasn't buying her pads and she was asking this man to buy her pads because she was sexually involved with him, that's neglect on the grandmother, first of all. Okay? But you see where I'm getting at? Do you see where I'm getting at with this? So basically, she was getting money from this man. He was basically taking care of her. Who got her hair did? Who put her hair in the braids? They knew what was going on. They just didn't expect her to get pregnant. They didn't expect her to, what you would say, fall in love with this man. Because let me explain something to you. After 2 years of having sexual intercourse with someone, there's love there. There's camaraderie. There's everything there. And she was young. Young. What about her text messages? What about the text messages about meet me in the basement? Come in my room. What about the text messages from him? I stole your panties. I stole your panties. So you stole some rainbow, some moon, oh my God, some kitty patties. You stole some kitty patties, okay? It gets deep. It's deeper. It's deep. These text messages, when this trial starts, they just read brief text messages because they only had a certain amount of time to put on this case to have this case bounded over. They only give you a certain amount, you know what I'm saying? So you get like 4 or 5 days probably at the most, right? So They had the juice. They got the juice. Let me explain something to you about the police, right? The police, first of all, are not going to prosecute you or put a heavy case on you unless they got evidence. The evidence is going to point to you, and it's going to point to the associates or anybody that helped you commit this crime. So that means that when you say or you feel that, okay, I'm the only one sitting here. I'm the only one sitting here that's being held on charges. Okay, that's what we see. But these prosecutors are smart. They questions that they asked them questions to line her up. They lining Shannon up. When I say they lining her up for several reasons. One of the questions that got me, and I just couldn't believe that she lied in front of everybody. The question was, had you talked to Jarvis about your niece missing? She said no. She said no. She hadn't talked to him. She ain't talked to him. But then she come back and she said she sent him a text message asking him had he seen her. Then she sent him another text message telling him to share the flyer on his page. All right. But when Mark D go over there and the young lady asks from January the 9th to February the 7th when the little guy turned himself in, had you discussed Nazir with him at any time? At any time? Said no. Said no. Yeah. I want y'all to go back. Mark D may not have it on his page now because I know he's getting a lot of backlash. It's a lot of serious backlash by, the things that occurred, But y'all might run into the video. When y'all see the video of him, and you got to watch the whole video from when he's in his car talking about going in, right? It's certain things that you don't do, okay? And there's certain things that you do to get the story, right? But you got to make people feel comfortable when you talking to them or you approaching them or you coming to their house, right? I ain't going to speak on what he did because if y'all seen the video, y'all know what he had, right? And the time that they did this video, all of this don't make sense, right? But my main thing is this. If you coming up in somebody's house and you done got invited to come into their house and you're there to talk to the boyfriend of Marquita, you there to talk to him because he want them out. First of all, he want them out. Okay, let me explain to you why I say this shit don't make sense. First of all, how you gonna call Mark over there to tell him to come help you put your girl and her sister out of the house that you stay in that actually belong to her? Come on, make this make sense. Make this make sense. Okay? So the house is hers. So how you gonna put her out? And you gonna have Mark come over there and he come over there with a gun? 2 guns? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Make this make sense. Right? That's one of the reasons y'all got to make stuff add up and make it make sense. That's one of the reasons why he ain't on top of the case no more. Because just like we seen the videos, prosecutors, police seen them too. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of interfering with witnesses. You see what I'm saying? That kind of like, even though a couple of the questions that he asked was warranted, but if you going up at somebody's house and you come in there invited and you come in there to question them and y'all talk about and discuss things, that's cool, right? But your attitude, your demeanor, everything is in question. Because first of all, you going live for us to see it. So everything is in question, right? Mm-hmm. Even the questions that you're asking is in question. Understand me, where I'm getting at this. So, how do you get invited to come over there and Roxy come with you, right? Because you invited her. The other people came with you too, because you invited them, right? Okay. So with all of that, how the situation comes into play where Roxy's in the kitchen talking to her and you standing on the outside looking. That you were the one that was invited there, talking about you giving her time to talk. Nigga, fuck that. If you're invited there, you're the one that's supposed to be discussing and asking the damn questions. Okay? Okay? But I'm going to go with Roxy's side now. Since he played the back seat to Roxy and let Roxy ask the questions. Some of the video was like caught where you could catch it and hear what she was saying. And some of it where he was walking through the hallway, this, that, and the other, you could hear and distinguish with her voice. Mm-hmm. Some of the questions that Roxy was asking was the best questions to me. You know what I'm saying? She was asking the questions about her being pregnant. Okay. You can't make this shit up. This woman actually said she knew she was pregnant. She knew it. So if she knew she was pregnant, and she knew she was pregnant by her 6 kids' father, my niece, pregnant by my baby daddy. We got 6 kids. So my niece pregnant by my baby daddy, huh? Just like another chick on the street. We're going to put you in that mind of thought. Don't think of her as being auntie. Mm-hmm. Don't think of her being auntie. Mm-hmm. Because let me tell you something. I watched that trial. And I watched everybody testify. Okay? The person that showed the most emotion in that whole trial was Valerie Smith, the old lady who found her ID. That was the one who showed emotion. That was the only one, because all the rest of them, that shit was fake as fuck. And we talking about her family members. I'm not talking about the police officers and everybody that testimony that testified about the locations and the text messages. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about her family members. Them lying ass bastards. We seen a video of the kids getting ready for school. Right? Nazaire standing right there, looking like a little kid. I'm looking like a little tinky kid, little small little kid. The vision that I seen when I looked at her, and when the camera kind of focused in on her, she didn't have that smiley kitty look. It's like she was ready to go and get out the house. She was ready to go to school. Because she had other stuff on her mind. Mm-hmm. She ain't no child no more as far as sexual. Her thoughts is just like anybody else that's having sex. And then her wanting it is just like everybody else that wanted it and wants it. Okay. I'm not going to say that Jarvis was the first person that touched her. I can't say that. I can't say that. And I can't say that Eric Gamble was the first one that touched her. But definitely he did. Definitely he did too. And something else, we got so much to cover and discuss. What about Cordell? What about Mr. Cordell? The first person that didn't see him in court. He didn't see him in court, but he's sitting right there in front of him, but he didn't see him. He didn't see him in court. He didn't see him. You know why he didn't see him? Because let me explain something to you. This is another grown man that owns a shop with a pedophile, with a known pedophile. And when I say known, he was known to the family as the pedophile. He had been in Shannon's life for at least 18, 19 years. They got an 18-year-old. So damn near 20 years he had been in her life. She had the child when she was 13, so that means she got pregnant when she was 12. Make this make sense, y'all? So let me say this before I jump to Cordell. I just gave you a little run back, a little taste. She done been with this man 20 years. If obligation, love, and loyalty don't come to play, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Y'all women right now out here loyal and everything for a man y'all only been with for 6 months.
Right.
Think about her. 20 years.
With them kids.
She got 6 kids. Her oldest is 18. That's his bitch. That's his woman. That's his bitch. 6 years. That's his. So that means that's his. He can go jump on her anytime he want to. Have sex anytime he want to. Do whatever he want anytime. Because she's going to allow it. She's going to let him. She just had got a young child now. Now, I'm putting y'all in the mind with what I'm telling you. What I'm saying. That's the auntie.
They knew everything.
They knew it. They knew it.
That's why they didn't even call the police. Because they knew where she was at.
They knew it. Let me explain something to you. When you lie so motherfucking much that you lie that you don't even know that you still lying to keep from lying and lie. Right? Grandmama said she went to go look for her. Shannon said she went to go look for her.
Everywhere, even places that they didn't think she would be at. But didn't nobody go to that damn shop.
Nobody went to the shop. You know why nobody went to the shop? Huh? You know why nobody went to the shop? Because she was not missing at that time. She was not missing. She was just up there hanging out with her nigga. She was not missing. Let me give y'all something to think about. While I touch here and there, and then y'all feel me. She was up there kicking it with her nigga, right? To show you she was up there kicking it with her nigga, and that her family members were not looking for her at the time because she was not missing. Understand that she was not missing at that time. Okay. She didn't come up missing until the next day when they made her come up missing. Follow me. Follow me. I'm going to tell you something. I can hear when people talk. I got this kind of like, where I can hear, feel, all of that, and sensualize every fucking thing. Right? I listened to Jarvis' brother's testimony when he was talking. If he ain't hitting home, ain't nobody hitting home. They might as well let him go and let him go out there and fucking rape some more girls. Okay? What this man said occurred, I believe it occurred. Let me explain something to you to show you how crafty, this is where I'm about to put y'all mind at, to show y'all how crafty that the prosecutors and the police are. CPS came and took Shannon's children. Shannon's children were there in the house at the time that Jarvis dropped her back off at home. Okay, I'm going to show you.
They need to check that house.
How Jarvis dropped her back off at home.
All the evidence is in that house.
Jarvis dropped her back off at home. Okay. Let's get back to the first thing that we talked about. The prosecutor asked her, what was the text messages that Nazar sent you the day of January the 9th? What you doing? Minding. What grandma doing? Minding.
How did she contact her?
She contacted her with her tablet, right? Okay, listen to this. Let me tell you something. That's real touchy, right?
This right here about to hit home with y'all. Y'all about to be like, what the fuck?
We had testimony that Nazir hung out with the shop with him, right? She was in and out of the truck. His sister testified that she seen the little girl, that that little girl was jumping in and out of his truck going into the store while she was sitting out there waiting on her brother to come and look at her car. She testified to that. So now we have Nazia at the shop, right? But we also have Nazia at the shop because the owner of the shop said they picked her up walking, right? We know that they didn't pick her up walking. We know that they went and picked her up from where she had left that message to him. Now let's go back again. Nazia had her tablet while she was at school. Okay, to show you that she had her tablet while she was at school, she just didn't text her auntie. She texted Jarvis, and she asked him to pick her up and meet her. 3:30. Gave him a point, a street to pick her up and meet her on. So when the old boys say that they went to AutoZone and they went and picked up stuff like this, let me tell you something. Prosecutors so smart. They gonna go get them video cameras from AutoZone, all that type deal. They about to do all that, right? Now that's gonna either show that either she was in the car when they went to AutoZone, because you know they got cameras and stuff all around outside the building, this, that, and that. Okay, that's gonna show a point of interest there. Was she in the car before? Or was she in the car after? Because they say after they left AutoZone is when they picked her up. They seen Jarvis say he seen her walking down.
Like, oh, that's my niece.
That's my niece. Pick her up. They pulled over to Angel store.
And he ain't asked. He say, what you say to hi? That's all you said? You ain't asked what she doing over here. Your auntie know you here. Your grandma know. Why you come this way?
And why you by yourself?
You ain't said nothing.
Why you by yourself? And then we also got point where, so we got 2 points. Cordell said they picked her up, right? Jarvis' sister says she seen her getting out the car because she had a little colorful coat on, getting back and forth out the car going to the store, which the gas station is connected to their building.
Right.
So it's like right there, right? Okay. Then we got the account that around 9:30, 10 o'clock, they went to Ypsilanti.
Right.
So you trying to tell me?
They got back around that time.
Okay, I have. First of all, you trying to tell me this: that this grown man, Cordell, knew that this girl had been outside this shop all day since they picked her up. It's dark outside, and he still ain't professed to take her home. He didn't. His grown man mind didn't kick in to take her home instead of putting her on the highway going to Ypsilanti. So he drove this little girl up to Ypsilanti. Charges is gonna be brought up on all these bastards, right? Cordell probably fucking these kids too.
He definitely know. If he wasn't, he definitely know everything. Let me explain something to you. When the little 9-year-old said that she walked in there in the office and she seen
Nazar sitting on Jarvis' lap. Jarvis' pants on the floor. Nazar don't have no pants on and she was sitting on him riding him. Don't tell me that the owner of the shop, Cordell, didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
Don't even bring that up, right? Because we already know he knew what the fuck was going on. Think about what I'm saying. You done picked up this child. You in the car. You done picked this child up. And y'all done brought her up to the shop. Now she up to the shop waiting on y'all to fix and work on this Jaguar that y'all got to take to Ypsilanti. Why the hell you ain't drop her off when y'all picked her up? Why y'all ain't take her home when y'all picked her up? Because no, he had some shit to do. He wanted to get his little groove on or whatever. Right? That's what was going on. Right? Let me get a little bit more to you. If we got the first account that they picked her up walking, right? We got the second account that she was at the shop. She was at the shop full day, full bloom, hanging out, right? Not cleaning up because she never cleaned up. Let me explain something to you. Come on, y'all got to use common sense. A 9-year-old and a 12-year-old going up to a shop, cleaning up an oil shop. What the hell is they going to clean up? Is they going to lift parts up off the floor? Are they sweeping screws? What? It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. Okay. Now, so we got 3 accounts that Naziah was with them, right? Now we got the account that this shit weird as hell. Now we got the account that this man went across the street and got a room. Got a room over there at the little trafficking motel. With a little place where they do all kind of stuff at. Right? Okay. So he done went over there and got one over there. So did he take her in there? Was videos that showed her going inside the building?
Yeah, but they never seen her come out.
Ah. So it's videos that show her going in the building, but they never show her coming out. Okay. Now, let's get back to the question in hand. In the beginning, I asked and stated about the prosecutor talking about the text messages, right? We get the account that she had her tablet with her, right? Because she texted her auntie, right?
Right.
And she texted Jarvis to tell him what time to meet her, where to pick her up at.
Right.
Right? So, we can agree by all accounts
that she had that tablet.
That she had that tablet with her during the time she was in school.
Exactly.
Okay. So now let's get her out of school. Let's get her out of school. Let's get her on the bus. Riding on the bus. Right? So if she's riding on the bus and she gets off and instead of going home, she gonna make her turn, go this, that, and the other, and get up on Harper, you know what I'm saying, so she can get met with, right? Okay. We'll take that account. We'll just go with that because that's what they have stated, that she has left. She made the right turn. She went down Cornwall. She did this, that, and the other, and she got on Harper. And the guy say he picked her up. So we know that she got off the bus and got picked up.
Right.
Okay. We got all that. Right? Jarvis picked her up. She hung out with him, all of this. Right? Got all that. He even took her to Ypsilanti, right? So, all of this, to go back and say, when she had her tablet with her, right? Right? Okay. Jarvis took her home. After he did what he did, he took her home. Okay. Let me show you how he took her home. Let me show you how he took her home. During the questioning of what the prosecutor asked Shannon was, when you got the tablet, what happened? She said she opened up the tablet and she immediately seen the text. So she didn't say I went straight to the inbox. She just said she immediately seen the text messages between Jarvis and Isaiah.
Right.
Okay. The prosecutor asked her what was the text messages about. So they objected on that because they didn't want to say what the text message was about. Right. So the prosecutor went on and went around it. Right. And she asked, was the text message sexual? Right.
Mm.
And the text message wasn't sexual. Supposedly. Right. But let me explain something to you. The prosecutor has all the text messages, right? But it's only certain things that they wanted to get across at this particular time. Mm-hmm. Follow me on that. At this particular time, it's only certain things that they want to get across, right? So now she asked her, what happened? What did you read? Right? She couldn't say what she read, right? But it was text messages there. So that lets you know, right? This about to blow you out. That lets you know something. First of all, this girl had her tablet. This girl took her tablet to school with her. That's how she did her TikTok stuff. At home, at school, wherever she chose to, right? When Jarvis dropped her back off at home, she had her tablet with her. Mm-hmm. She had her tablet with her. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you. We're going to take it right back again to where the prosecutor asked her, what did she read in the tablet? Right? She said she couldn't say what she read, but it was 2 messages, and it was a photo. But the photo had been deleted. Mm-hmm. Right? So, what was the photo of?
Right.
What was the photo of? Was the photo of Nazir being naked? Him being naked? Her being dressed, looking cute? What? What was it? Right? We don't know. Right? Okay? Now, the prosecutor asked her those questions because she wanted to establish something.
Lined her ass up.
So y'all just saying that she asked her questions, right? We investigators, that's why we got to take it into the streets. Them questions that she asked her was valuable questions. When I say valuable questions, they were valuable questions because she asked her about the tablet. The little girl is known to keep the tablet with her.
So how did you get it?
How did you get the tablet?
If she didn't never come home.
If she never came home, how did you get the tablet?
How was you able to put it on the charger for the detectives to get the tablet so they can go in it? How was you able to have that tablet if she never came home?
If she never came home, how did you get the tablet? So wait a minute. Let's stop it. Let's give you some ifs and ands. Okay? Say she got off the bus. She came home and left the tablet there. Right? So that's how y'all got the tablet. We're going to just say that. So she didn't go walking down Cornwall. She came home first and left the tablet there, right? We'll go with that. Right? If that's the case, then it makes everything that y'all put together a whole lot. Because y'all said immediately after she got off the bus, she
never come home.
She never came home. So if she never came home, that means that tablet was
would be with her right now. Wherever she at, that tablet would be right there with her.
Right? Okay. So if she's missing and she never came home, the tablet was with her when she left school. The tablet was with her when she was with Jarvis. So the tablet should be with her where she at now. The tablet shouldn't be at home. The reason why the tablet is at home because the baby came home. We're going to show you how the baby came home. Okay. I remember a few minutes ago I said that the CPS picked up the kids. Shannon wouldn't allow the CPS to talk to her children, right? Because she said, oh, they too young. Can't talk to them. But In turn, the other sister, the twin, let them talk to her 9-year-old that don't live in the house. Okay. So she talked to her. She don't live in. She testified. The little girl testified. All right. Okay. We're gonna hold her little testimony there. You know what I'm saying? Because her testimony could be true, and our testimony also could be a lie. Right? Her testimony could be a lie. And the reason why I say that is because they had a whole year to come up with a plan. A whole year before they even had this trial to come up with a plan. So that means they had a whole year to tell Shannon kids not to open up their mouth and not to say nothing. What happened the night that she supposedly didn't never come home, but came home. Now Ziya came home, and that man dropped her off at home. I'm not on his side, not one fucking bit. I hope they give him everything they gotta give him for having a sexual, long time relationship with a minor. I hope they hang him out to dry. But that boy didn't kill her. He didn't kill her. Okay. When she got home, you got to think about something. When she got home, probably was about 12, something like that. She got her fat ass auntie, because at the time she was big. We're going to discuss that too. She was huge, right? She got home. Nazir thinking she grown. Y'all letting me fuck this, do that, do this, do that. She thinking she grown. Okay? That's bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So, when she got home, let me explain something to you. When a child that age, at 11 years old, and is being allowed to have sexual relationships with a grown-ass man, she's not thinking like an 11-year-old child any longer. Okay? So when she got home, she knew she'd been out with him. They knew she'd been out with him. She wasn't missing. She wasn't missing then. Y'all ain't getting it. She wasn't missing then. So that's the reason why she didn't go to the police department. That's the reason why she didn't go up to the school looking for her. That's the reason why she didn't contact nobody else. And that's the reason why she lied and said she went looking for this girl. Why would you go looking for this girl and she not missing? You didn't go look for her because she wasn't missing at that time. Okay? And furthermore, you knew about the contact. You knew about her going back and forth up to the shop. So why wasn't that the first damn place you went to if you went to go look for her?
Bingo.
Why wasn't that the first place you went to? Why go ride around corners and all of this type of stuff and you knew the girl didn't hang out around corners? That's why I'm telling you, all of this shit don't even sound right. I'm putting you, listen to me, everything we discussed, you can go back and you can watch the live again and you're going to get what the hell I'm saying. The grandmother, both the aunties, Shannon and Marquita, they knew what was going on. Remember, Shannon and Marquita shared a man. So it wasn't a thing for them. And so let me explain something to you. The mama is hotsy-totsy. The mama hotsy-totsy. The mama probably was getting broke down by Jarvis herself. So why not? Why not? Okay. Now, let's go back to when Jarvis dropped her off at home. Because he dropped her off at home. You can see, let me explain something to you about his attitude. Right? My girl, who I got 6 kids with, when I immediately met her, when she was 13 years old, supposedly, now I'm about to show you a lie now, because wait a minute, hold on. Think about what I said. She got on the stand and said he told her when she was 19. When she was 19, that he was a child pedophile, right? That's when when he told her, right? She got a kid that she didn't have with him at 13. So what about the first 6 years? He never told you he was a pedophile then? He waited till 6 years go by after he done had one child, two, 3 children with you. Did he tell you? Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. All lies. All lies. Okay? So now, we go back again to when they're at the house and the little girl get there. The little girl got the attitude. Her attitude outweighs anything. I'm grown. I'm doing what I want to do. You see, I just walked in the house. Hey, I'm getting text messages from him at 2 o'clock in the morning telling me to come outside. And I'm asking him, did he discuss it with y'all first? So, why would he have to discuss with them about you coming outside, first of all, and second of all, and third of all? Why would the hell he be coming to pick you up at 2 o'clock in the morning unless this is something that has occurred before? Y'all not getting where I'm going at this at. I'm not. Listen to this. They were molested when they were 12 and 13 years old and had children. The grandmother, the Aunt Shannon, they were molested. They had children at 13. It's only normal. It's only normal. Right? So, now the little girl is there. So, I want to put y'all in the mind of a little girl that's 13 years old, 5 months pregnant, knowing that she about to have the love of her life's baby. Got him saved in a tablet as what? The love of my life, my love, some girl, little child.
My love for life or my bae for life, something like
Man, okay? So, she want to keep this baby.
She definitely is.
She want to keep this baby. Because you know why she want to keep this baby? Because of her TikToks. Y'all got to go and y'all got to watch and listen to her TikToks. Watch a man. You should watch my... Watch who man? Who should watch their mouth? Shannon. Shannon should watch her man. Yeah, Shannon should watch her mouth. I want y'all to go. Them wasn't just TikToks. They were TikToks, okay? Some of them was TikToks that a little girl would make, and some of them was some I got your man TikToks.
Subliminal shit, like
right.
Letting them know.
Right? So, with her having that attitude like that, and she get home 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's something that she normally did. That was not the first time this nigga pulled up at 2 o'clock in the morning and texted her and told her he outside, to come outside. So if he texted her at 2 o'clock in the morning telling her to come outside, that nigga then pulled up at 10, 11, 12, whatever time he wanted to. Okay. So now, he done dropped her off at home. She got the attitude. I'm trying to put y'all in the mind of a little grown girl. A little grown fast girl. When I say little grown fast girl, she had 2 years of taking dick. 2 years. Wasn't shit nobody about to tell her. Wasn't no shit nobody about to stop her from taking dick again. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to her text messages to him. They only read certain ones, but when this trial opened up, boy, Lord have mercy.
What about the one when she told him, go on upstairs and give her some?
Oh,
that's all she wanted.
Text
anyway.
message, go on upstairs and give her some. That's all she want anyway. That's what she texted Jarvis about her Aunt Shannon.
And she said, I know it's mine.
I know it's mine. I know it's mine. So if she knew it was mine, Well, she knew it was her. We don't say she knew it was her. If she knew it was hers. Why you didn't think? And that was a text message that happened before the day of her supposedly missing, the night of her supposedly missing. So if she felt in her heart that she know it's hers, how you think she acted when she came in the house? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Shannon didn't like it. Shannon didn't like it at all. Remember, Shannon told Roxy that she gave her a pregnancy test. She ain't say that shit in court. She ain't say it in court. But she damn sure told Roxy that she gave her a pregnancy test. I heard her. And I read the text messages that she sent to her and Roxy was texting each other. I read them text messages. That shit that she was saying, it sounded like she was. It sounded like she's a jealous woman, and she done found out that another chick is fucking her man. I'm about to put y'all in the frame mind of this. We're not about to look at Shannon being the auntie no more. We about to throw all that out the window. We about to throw all that out the window about her being the auntie and her missing her and her loving her. Because clearly,
she ain't do none of that.
Clearly, she don't miss her. She don't love her. Because during the testimony in court, you could see there was no love there. Right? You could see when the cameraman got up on her eyes and got close up to her, you could see it wasn't no love. It wasn't nothing there. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't care if a person been missing for 15, 20 years and we feel that they perpetrated right here on trial. Right? I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to say like it is. It's going to be all out there. My emotions and everything. There were no emotions there. The grandmama didn't even have an emotion. The grandmama, man, let me tell you something. All of them sad. All of them sad. All of them sad. The only thing the grandma is using her for was a check. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you something else. They about to check all this out. We dealing with the popos, y'all. We dealing with the popos. So they about to check all this out. They about to check and see. Because they also indicated that the little boy ran away from home. Right? So he been gone 2 years, going on 3 years now. Right? So he been gone 2 years when the girl came up missing. So it's 3 years he been gone now. Right? So what they're going to do is they're going to check and see if the grandmama was still getting money for the little boy.
We got to take a break. I got to go to the bathroom.
Listen.
I got to pee.
Part 2. Hold on. We'll be right back.